Alright guys, welcome to a really quick look at how to optimize your mouse aiming in warplanes and any first-person shooter game really. And also after that a quick look at how I've got my uh, flight controls for the keyboard mapped out as well. What I realized recently uh, reading on Reddit was that Windows defaults the mouse acceleration to on, which I always thought was a good thing. It turns out it's not. It's a subtle difference, but what you'll find is if you turn it off, your mouse aiming in the game will smooth out, and it will make it actually a lot easier to draw the smooth arcs that you need when you're aiming at a moving target in wall-to-wall planes. So if you bring up your mouse settings and go to additional mouse options, go to pointer options, and you want to make sure that enhanced pointer precision is off. So you'll notice that if I turn it on here, it'll actually slow down my mouse unless I move it quickly, in which case it accelerates the mouse a bit. But with modern laser mice, they're so precise, you don't actually want that on, because what it's doing is interpolating your movements, and it translates to a slower reaction time when you're aiming in game. So you want to turn that off. You may want to adjust your mouse speed from there to make it more comfortable. I've got mine set up so that I can just hit the buttons on the mouse and toggle between a few of the DPI settings. I had acceleration here on as well. I thought that that would be good, but I think that that actually sets pointer precision back to on as well. So I've just been playing without that lately, and it's been good. So with that off and your drivers all set up, find the values that suit you best, and hop back into the game. You can further tweak your mouse settings in Warplanes, of course, but that's all you need to do. I'm not going to show any footage of the difference. It is quite subtle, but you definitely will feel it. So give it a go, and certainly let us know how that works for you. I'd love to hear some feedback on this one. And yeah, just a quick look at how I've got my flight controls set up as well. After about 400 hours playing this game, I came to the realization that pitch up and pitch down would be really handy. So I remapped all of my controls. I know the standard W for boost and S for brake is the standard, of course, but I've changed mine so that W and S is pitch up and down. Roll is still the same. I added yaw to Z and C, and I moved boost to shift, and air brakes to space, and flaps to E. Now that's going to change a lot of the secondary controls. It's up to you, of course, how you go about mapping those. I've got mine set so that I've got rockets at R, reload bombs and rockets at V. I've got flaps at E, so because sometimes I will be using pitch up, pitch down, or flaps and brakes all at the same time. I find it's handy to have both pitch up and pitch down in a number of situations. If you're stalling out, it's really handy to pitch down. If you're caught in a head-on and you need to bail out really quick, pitching down is a very essential option. And also, in those head-on situations, a quick tap of pitch up or pitch down is enough to change your course so that your opponent that's aiming at you is going to miss, and you're going to be able to keep your sights on your opponent and get the hits where he's going to start missing. So having those options is pretty important. The rudder I use not as much. We have discussed on Postal's channel about doing hammerhead turns and that with the use of the rudders. I've had sort of mixed results with it, but I think it's definitely a viable option if you're looking to squeeze out a little bit more performance from your fighters. It can come in handy for the bombers and the ground attackers as well. So I've got lock target, middle mouse button, lock dangerous enemy is Alt, interface mode is left control, bombing mode for B, turret mode is T, zoom is F, that's an important one that's still right next to my controls there. I don't use the scroll wheel for zooming, I find it a little too clunky. Free camera, still right mouse. Snap to target is one key over at G. I don't use that too often. I do use camera backwards very quickly now and then just to have a quick look what's behind me. Comes in handy. And yeah, that's about it really. Again, your mileage may vary, but I do recommend at least adding in the pitch up, pitch down, and swapping your boost to shift and your brakes to space. So yeah, let me know how you go, and keep on flying high.